Hello, fellow Agilists, and welcome to my channel. I am Ruben Tena, your Agile coach, and today I'm quite excited to share with you a new topic about one of my favorite things is Scale Agile framework. There is a lot of controversy about this framework. Some people really like it, like me. Some people really hate it because they think that it's not agile enough. But I think I consider that it completely depends on the person, on the leadership that is taking advantage of it. So what we are going to do today is really focus it on safe essential level, and I'm going to share with you 11 improvements that will make your life easier as Scrum Master, as an Agile coach, as a leader, as a lean Agile leader. So let's see what we have. As you can see, we have the big picture, and you can distinguish between the version 5 and the version 6 just by taking a look. So as you can see, the version 5 is a little bit more like blue, yellow a little bit, and the version 6 that we can see here on the left is green and a little bit flatter and so on. So this new version incorporate a lot of, I will say, like life improvement type of advantage that, yeah, it will make our life easier during the implementation. So let's start taking a look at these differences. First, let's talk about the foundation, and this is quite important because SAFe as a framework, they put a lot of intentionality to the big picture, to what they are describing here. In essence, this is kind of a summary of the framework. You can see everything, every detail, and you can click on each of these elements, and behind them there is a full article that are really good, in depth, well thought, well written, that will explain each of these concepts fully. So they are quite intentional with the words and with the positioning of the elements, as you will see here. The first change that I want to highlight is in the foundation and here on the right. So we have this continuous learning culture competency, right? So this is one of the SAFe core competencies, and now they move it from being here on the a little bit in the top left of the foundation. So now is at the bottom, in the base. What happened with a foundation of anything like real estate foundation is that if you don't have a strong foundation, then everything will fall apart. So what SAFe is telling us with this change is that, yeah, for an organization to be successful with SAFe, we need both a lean agile leadership, have our leadership on board, but also the continuous learning culture, right? So an organization that is learning, that is growing, when we have this as part of our culture, but also combining with the proper and good leadership. So that is going to be the first change. The second is that, as you can see, compared to the previous version, that they added a new icon for the SPC. So SPC before has the meaning of Safe Program Consultant. This time they changed it. They are moving away from the program word, and you will see that in different places, and now it's Safe Practice Consultant. And with this little small change in the iconography, in the past was like this little guy like teaching something, pointing something, and this was to extend, so to clarify that the role of the SPC is not only to train and certify people, but also support and coach the Agile Release Train in order to be successful. So they have a brand new article with the new, not new, but with a clarified version of the responsibilities of an SPC that is also pretty good and updated. Third change that I want to highlight here in the foundation is this icon for the lean agile mindset. So they move it away from this old like safe house of lean that doesn't exist anymore. This previous like way to talk about lean was the representation of what lean thinking was for safe. Now is more well baked inside in different parts of the framework. And here we are just highlighting that with this new icon, right? So some of the values are just moved as part of the safe core values. Some other are represented across the framework, and we will talk more about that later, okay? But yes, small changes, as you can see, in the foundation, in the framework, but the impact, the meaning. Here we are saying we move away from the safe house of lean. Now we are going to focus on the lean thinking and principles, and that is going to be as part of the foundation of the framework. Next, let's talk a little bit about change and improvements in the roles. So as you can see here at the bottom, so another like small adjustment, but the impact I think is quite high, is like before we have like business or technology, and this time is more business and technology. So they added like this and symbol here, character here. And this is just to highlight that, hey, we can have agile release trains, we can have teams that are both business and technology. So it's not only for IT, it's not only for the business. So we can have a healthy combination a lot of times, or we have pure business, pure technical teams, but really frequently, so we are going to have a combination of both. So business and technology. So quite important. Then important changes for the Scrum Master. So now this was always the case. So it's not really new, but it's good that they incorporate this to the framework, that they are talking about the role of the Scrum Master. So if you are doing a Scrum, then it's easy for you to call yourself a Scrum Master, have the role of the Scrum Master. But if you are doing other things, right? So like Kanban or extreme programming or insert any type of framework there that works for your team, you can call yourself also a team coach. So it's up to you to choose Scrum Master or team coach, but having here in the big pictures helps a lot to explain, to share, so that it's okay that being using Kanban, other things that are not Scrum. So yeah, it's a pretty welcome change. So Scrum Master or Team Coach, whatever makes more sense for your context, you can choose to it. And the final is here closer to the architect, right? So you will see like even the position was changed. So now before architects were on the left, product management on the right. Now we have product management on the left, product owner on the left, and close to this business area. So all the business type of roles are more towards the left and used to create some alignment. And the small change that we have here also to clarify the roles, because I always during my trainings and classes I have a lot of questions about what the roles means and what are the areas of responsibilities. And before we have like this system architect / engineering or engineer, and now it's just clarify a system architect. So it's easier to talk about the architects. So system architect, solution architect, depending of the level we are. So a little life improvement kind of hack there, but it helps. In practice, these small details matter a lot, trust me. And then if we move to the core part of Essential Safe, to where we have the majority of the practices, the first thing that I want to highlight here is this team flow, and then we have like this little wave there. So with this little wave, we are saying like, hey, safe is highlighting now that we are a flow system. We care a lot about end-to-end delivery. So we have a customer from identifying the customer need until we provide the service, give the product, give the value to our customer. And we are going to be talking a lot about flow. So I will do an additional video just focusing on how Safe is talking about flow and what we can do to improve it. But as you can see, we have team flow, we have Agile release train flow. So you will see like these waves all over the place, and it's just to put emphasis that saying Safe is a flow-based system. Okay. Another change that we have here, it was with the Scrum. Before, Scrum was called like Scrum XP, but now is the name was simplified, and we are referring to it now as a Safe Scrum. There is nothing like special about it. It's just like the version of Scrum that Safe is using. Is kind of using like these generic terms, maybe just to don't mess up with Scrum.org and Scrum Alliance and Scrum Guide. But all the good things that you have in Scrum, everything is there. But there is just small change in terminology. Like instead of saying like sprint planning, here is iteration planning. And instead of saying sprints, we are saying iteration, right? So just using more generic words. I think it's just to avoid lawsuits or something like that. Built-in quality, so was before here far away of the teams on the bottom right, and now are here at the top. At the top, not top, bottom left, closer to the teams. Okay, so now it's here, and just to represent that, yes, so built-in quality is a characteristic, is a value that we have, and all these practices are working here well close to the teams. ART backlog. So before, as I mentioned before, so we are moving away for this program word, and now we are talking. The program was replaced in a lot of cases with ART, right? So we are going to have here ART backlog is the same backlog at an Agile release train level, composed by features, but now has been renamed to ART backlog. And finally, the last one that I want to mention today is this cloud icon that we have here close to DevSecOps. So this is new. So there are like a couple of things that are interesting in terms of technology and what are making organizations to be successful in this digital era, right? So cloud, we have now here a cloud article that's saying, hey, how us as organization we can take advantage of the cloud to scale, to grow up. So there is some specific guidance about that, and then it's not showed here, but also in the big picture we are going to have a dedicated article about artificial intelligence, right? So okay, how we can use that AI to take advantage of our for organization, right? So how we can use it to take decisions, to improve the flow of our Agile release train, to increase the offering that we have. And that's kind of really interesting, right? So because you will not find these type of articles or guidance in other frameworks like Scrum or less, right? So hey, what about artificial intelligence or chat GPT and this type of stuff, right? So no, so in Safe and no, sorry, in Scrum, in less, in Nexus, they are all about just like execution and team, right? But here is really interesting that, yeah, in case that you need guidance, is there for you. So as you can see, so we can make multiple videos just about talking about the small change that we have in Safe in this new version, but all good things, okay? So guys, these were the 11 change or improvements that you must know in Essential Safe. Basically, that's it. So thank you very much for tuning up today. Please share your comments, your questions. If you want me to go and do a deep dive in any of these topics, just help me write in the comments to understand what topic you would like to discuss next. And that's pretty much it. So thank you very much. Subscribe if you didn't do it. And as I like to say, cheers to your Agile success. See you in the next one.